Do you want some tea too?
I guess.
So excited for this podcast. Only because like my whole life I've never knew how to shut the fuck up, like ever. And I've always been really good at talking.
Yes.
But actually though, like I could talk to anybody.
Yes.
Put anyone in front of me and I don't know what we're talking about, but I got it. When I was a cheerleader in like 6th grade, we used to pump gas for tips.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Right. And they would always send me every time to go talk to somebody because I was like, hell yeah, brother, I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
And I was never nervous. So I just remember one time trying to talk to this truck driver. He definitely didn't speak English, had no idea what I was talking about, but I wasn't scared.
No, not at all.
But I will say I was definitely ugly though. I could talk, but I was ugly.
That's probably why you could talk. You had nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Like unibrow braces. Actually, I used to get bullied for my eyebrows, and now y'all want my eyebrows.
Actually, though.
No, but real.
You do have good eyebrows.
Thanks. I'll show y'all what I
insert here. Insert here. But okay, I feel like being ugly in school means that you have to develop something other than just your looks, right? Like you can't just like be pretty and then people like you. You have to be like, I don't know, funny.
Or something.
Mostly funny though.
Yeah.
Like, mostly.
Yeah. But they didn't find me funny then.
Oh, really?
They probably still don't find me funny, honestly.
No.
No, they literally probably don't.
No, they probably don't. They probably don't. A lot of people probably don't. But a lot of people probably don't find our sense of humor funny. You have to have been through some things in order to really appreciate how terrible our jokes are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to be like, oh my gosh, my mother never wanted me. You know what I mean though?
No, actually.
You have to like come to terms with it and be like, yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah. I used to cry about it, but now I don't anymore.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, you're good, man.
I don't think I ever cried about it, if I'm gonna be honest.
No?
Well, I had my mom, but my biological mom, she's a lesbian now. So
I was gonna say, like, whenever I had my stepmom, I definitely didn't cry about it, but then she died, so she actually is the one who got me started into all aesthetics, makeup.
Oh, really?
Everything, yeah. Because she had cancer, so I used to do her like nails, hair, all of that.
You did nails?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean for her, and also actually, I was the team nail girl. So my little brother, he would play t-ball, and I would go and do all the mom's toes and nails at practice. That was also back in the day when you did like the flowers that were like the dots. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
So it was real easy.
Yeah.
I just needed a daughter.
Everyone knows what that is. Yeah. I've never been able to paint nails. Like I thought it was nothing. Now I did hair for my soccer team on the bus.
See?
I would braid everyone's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like me on the way
you
to
had
cheer.
the two Dutch braids.
Yep, that was my favorite.
And I could braid my own hair, and so I would braid everyone else's also. And we would travel, and everyone had fucking Dutch braids. So I lived in a duplex, and I would just do everyone's highlights. we would go to Beauty World, okay? And I was like, how hard can it be? I've seen this done before. And I bought like a roll of foil from Walmart, and then we bought bleach and developer, and I would highlight, and I chopped off one girl's hair in the bathroom. But it was like $20 instead of whatever, what, 150 back then, 125 probably.
I used to do the same thing. I've done everything, literally.
DIY girlies.
Yeah, I actually did I did my brother's
insert
now
sound
wife.
right there. Yeah.
Dang, where's the board when you need it?
We're gonna get that thing working. We're gonna get it. This actually doesn't work. That's why we have these on. Sure.
It does work.
It does. We just don't know how to work it.
We're just girls.
Yeah, we're just girls. But it turns out Merrick didn't work it
and
either.
He's a boy. So girls are better than boys.
Okay, so we can put some pictures in here from whenever I was in high school also.
Insert. Yeah. We were not the cutest, but we had the best personalities and still do. talk to somebody else about it. Not me.
Not me. Sorry, guys.
Literally everyone else
Sorry.
said it.
Yeah, everyone. We're so likable.
Moment of silence for that.
What did we talk about that one day? Okay. Not beauty industry, but a lot of the beauty industry, not only in trades. Okay. And trades. Here's the deal. I obviously only know how it works with hair. Okay, hair's expensive, y'all. And if we are trading a service, I am trading what I would charge my client,
right?
Not cost what it takes for me to get the supplies and do the things. So chances are, which I think I told you this, right? Chances are, if we are trading and I say, hey, is this part of the trade? That means I have kept up with the money and I know that it is. But if you think it's not and you think I should pay you, I will pay you every time.
Right.
But I feel like it's such, I don't know, it's kind of bullshit. I shouldn't have to write out that your hair service cost $250.
Right. And so now we need 3 different trades of this.
Or I need 2 trades in eyelashes whenever I do your hair, where I'm not charging you $60 because that's the service.
Because that's the service. No.
Yeah,
but for instance, I feel like a lot of people, when they trade services, they think they can just slack off and do like bare minimum, like a shitty job, honestly. Like just because it's a trade. No, like that's still money out of my pocket. That's still product I'm still using. That's still product you're using. But also like,
well, and if the trade's going to be like that, okay, if you and I wanted to trade that way, then I'm literally going to put color on your hair and you're going to do the rest.
Right.
I'll mix it up and paint it on there because that'll be 20 minutes of my time. Okay, if that's how, if that's what, then you go home. By the time you get home, wash your hair and you blow dry it and you do fix it however you want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of, I was going to ask if you want to do my roof.
Yeah, I need a trade. Okay, great. Okay, I think, can we talk about, let's like veer off for a second. I don't understand, I'm about to sound so old, but I don't know how else to say it, really. I don't understand why your generation, why does everyone have to like each other? Why does everyone have to be best friends? I can't imagine the expectations that younger people 10 plus years younger than me seem to have is that if they are not incredibly happy with every person around them
and every little thing about them,
yes, then they are intolerant of that person 100%. It's not that you're like, she's a good person, but her hair's weird. Okay, y'all, can we talk about this? Whenever I owned the salon, I would hire these stylists, right? And if you had like crazy beef with someone that I was hiring, then obviously I'm not gonna, like, I don't want that kind of drama or situation in the salon. But you just like, her vibe was her vibes are weird. But like, you didn't quit.
Was weird.
She left her contract early, quit working at the salon because she didn't like a girl who I had hired's hairstyle. She said, y'all, I can't even make this up. She said that she does not condone her hairstyle. Y'all, can you imagine working at Walmart?
Can you tell them why though she doesn't condone?
Yes.
Please, because I think that is a very important part of this.
She didn't condone her hairstyle because she had fake dreads. Okay, let me paint a picture for you. Yes, they were dread extensions. They were purple. She had crystals in them. She had micro bangs. She had eyebrow piercings, lip piercings, septum piercings. She wore all black the majority of the time. She came to work numerous times in those giant platform boots that lace all the way up to your knees. Okay. And the girl that quit because of her hairstyle was yelling from the mountaintops cultural appropriation.
Right. Because she has so many Black clients, but never had one.
And how uncomfortable that would make her people of color in her chair. Okay. And also, can we circle back around to how I just described this girl? This girl would have been in a mosh pit. This girl was not cultural appropriating what the other girl was trying to make it.
Right.
This was, she probably, I mean, I'm assuming she loved Hot Topic. That's like
that's what she literally, if I could pick a model for that store, that is what she gave.
That's the kind of dreads
that she had.
So all I have to say is get the fuck over yourself. Get over yourself. If your biggest concern is how someone that you have nothing to do with wears their hair, then get a bigger problem. You have a pretty privileged life. If that is your biggest concern. I can't imagine how come it is so normalized for you to go to small businesses and shit all over them whenever small businesses is the hardest business to keep afloat. Imagine working at Walmart and going into your little fucking cubicle and having a girl next to you who has a Karen haircut and it's shaved in the back, and you quitting your Walmart corporate job because of her haircut. What? The privilege you have to be able to walk out of a job because you don't like someone's hair blows my fucking mind. Right. Or because you don't like the vibe, or because you don't like them. Never once in history has anyone ever said, do you like your entire family? That's the crazy part. Like, why do you think that it's so necessary to go somewhere and click and mesh and befriend and be best friends with everyone there when you don't even like your own fucking family?
Well, I was going to say, like, that was a big thing in high school. Most of our teachers would tell us all the time, like, you're never going to like everyone you work with. In college, you're never going to like everybody you go to school with, everybody you're in class, all your teachers. That's just not possible to like everybody. I actually don't like anyone but her. But, like,
that's not
okay.
That's not
I just wanted to say it.
Yeah. It's more frustrating as a business owner that doesn't own a corporate business where you're really struggling to make everyone's life. And tell me, and tell me you've worked for multiple salon owners. Mm-hmm. Was I a shit fucking salon owner?
No, you were the best one I've had so far.
So if this is the best that you're going to have it, because I have literally built my business on doing nothing like what I didn't like.
Like, there's no way I would be fired. Mm-hmm. I would be fired the split second I told my manager at Sephora, I don't like this girl because her hair is
that not
purple.
Discrimination?
Yeah, it is, for sure. Without a doubt. But it's like, I would be fired instantly.
Mm-hmm. But she would, but the girl that was like, I'm not working here because of her hair, she's like Captain Save-A-Ho and has like that white lady save everyone syndrome.
Right.
And I feel like not everything is your responsibility. Not everything is your responsibility to stand on business whenever you are so privileged that you get to leave like that. Yeah. I never worked in a spot, even if you didn't like the salon, you don't get to leave. You have your business there, your clients there.
You have a contract.
She literally broke her contract. She owed me almost $2,000, which I tried to have her served, but my lawyer couldn't find her. It never happened. There were papers never signed, but she just got away with it. And there were multiple girls like that who just got away with it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because there's no respect.
And there's not. I don't know. It's very interesting here. Like, there's so many people that have these great businesses, and then we experience these businesses and we're like,
well, because it's all about what it appears to be
on social media.
Yeah,
not in real life.
Not what it actually is.
Like, right. Is it because, like, in the sense of trading, like, are you doing this because you know you can, like, you think you can give a lesser
I'm not a real client.
Right. Like, because I'm in the industry too. I feel like that's crazy to me.
In the service industry, they can't separate business and friendship. So if I'm hiring you for something, this is business. Yeah. But our friendship is on the back burner. Right. Like you're gonna treat me like a customer. I'm gonna treat you like the business owner. Right. That's what this is. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. I'm gonna tell you what I do like. Yeah. And our friendship is put aside. And then once this little business part is over, yes, bring the friendship back.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like you and I, even whenever I'm doing your hair and you want something that you fucking crazy. And I'm like, Abby, no, like that's not doable. I'm not going to just push it because you're my friend and be like, fuck it. I'm going to, you're my client at that point.
Well, it's also in the same, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, this is the best haircut and hair I've ever had if it's not.
Right.
I'm going to be like, hey, I think I actually don't like it or something. Yeah. Like, because also, that's not helping you. Right. That's not helping me.
No.
But it's, I don't know.
And you're paying for it. Yeah. So say what you want. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, talking about making friends at your age versus making friends at my age, making friends in your mid to late 30s, early 40s, I feel like so either I have this group of friends or I have this group of friends, and you can kind of choose which way you want to go. Some of my friends that are around my age are married, with children, with careers, with sports on the weekends, with family vacations, you're swamped, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like in this, what is it called? Like this part of life, like this section of life is so hectic that it's hard to maintain friendships because you have nothing left to give. So I feel like our friendship works so well because I have one kid, right? And I'm married, obviously, but not something that takes over my entire life. Right. And you're not balancing a family yourself. So it's not like we're trying to figure out where our schedules are going to meet up. You have more free time than I do, and then we can work together to try and get the free time together.
Right. And I think another thing is people are so selfish and only think about themselves in friendships that most people in this situation, like, okay, for instance, when I asked you to go to a concert, so many people would take that so personally if you said no, because they would think it was about them. Like they would think it was their, like something about you, like themselves. But really it's just, you just don't want to go to a concert. Am I ever going to stop inviting you? No, because it's the sole purpose of like, just how like if you were doing something, I would want to at least be thought of. I would want to be thought of, but like I know you're going to say no, but shit, but one day it might be something that you're like, actually, I really like that person. I could do that,
I feel like it is nice to be thought of. I feel like you still want the invitation because then you know that person cares about you, but you can't take personal a cancellation. You can't take personal a reschedule. You can't take, you know what I mean? And like we've talked about before, I may not be your concert friend, but I'm your
everything else friend, though. Literally
I'll be your funeral friend. I'll be your friend that you call whenever you got problems with Gabby. I'll be your friend that, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm the kind, which I've always been this kind of friend. I've never been probably in college I was more of a go out friend, but I got out of that pretty early in life. That wasn't like what I like to do anymore. I'm like a daytime friend. Much better than a nighttime friend.
I just suck at like making real friends and keeping them, but I feel like a lot of times people don't, like I said, I have friends for different things, Yes. Like I have the respect for you to know, okay, she has a kid, she has a husband, she can't do these certain things, so why would I take it personal? Because you're in a different part of life,
Right.
But also I feel like people my age too are not at the same part in life that I am either, so I feel like that's why it's hard for me to make friends with people my age or younger.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're in there. Like, yes, I love to go out and party and go to concerts and stuff like that, but not as much as y'all do. Right. I have 10 other priorities that have to come first.
Right. Well, I think too, like you're just saying, the maintaining friendships, you have to have a good communicator. You're a much better communicator on the phone than I am. I'm a much better communicator in person. So if I want to talk to you about something, I'm going to come to you in person, as opposed to if you want to talk about something good or bad, then you're going to call or text. So I feel like there's a constant line of communication open that it's like everything just has to sort of click in order for it to work. And like we've talked about before, people think we're fighting. Are you guys fighting? Right. Are you guys fighting? Or the other day, whenever
because we're both comfortable just communicating.
Yes, and because we don't take it personally. We're both humans and we both have different feelings and we both have different brains and how things work. The difference between you and I is that we're going to come to each other and ask a question. I'm not going to assume. The text you sent me the other day, hey, this sounds kind of bitchy. Is that what you mean? And you were like, yeah, that was bitchy. Not bitchy to you, but I'm pissed about this situation. But I could have just looked at that text, read it, and been like, what the fuck? Why are you fucking talking to me like that and not talk to you?
Well, I have friends like that right now. Like we talked yesterday. I was like, in those friendships, I don't have the comfortability to be like, hey, why are you acting like this? Why are you being weird to me? Yeah. You know, I genuinely, and like with you, I would have no issue with it. Literally, you and Cher, I would have no problem being like, hey, why are you doing this? Even Taryn, like, I'll be like, hey, are you good? Is this like, this is weird? Like, or like we say something and maybe we don't take it the wrong way. We take it literally exactly for what it is. And all three of us, like with those friendships, I can agree to disagree.
Do you pick friends based on, or will you unfriend or step away from someone based on their political views?
I don't know. There's a line between politics and morality and who you are really as a person. Like, because I think also, like I've talked about it, I don't think certain people should be able to vote. I don't think at 18 you are capable of voting, because you're going to vote whatever your parents said, you know? And also I feel like there's some people who vote solely on what other people say, you know, they don't educate themselves. So it's kind of like, I can't necessarily, maybe I look at you a little different, or maybe I start questioning things. Maybe I start having deeper conversations because I'm like, oh, you have this political standpoint, but who are you as a person? So maybe it makes me like kind of question that person, or not like said question that person, but actually get to know them more, because I'm kind of like, why do you think like that? So like I said, if you're just over here constantly promoting something that I think is terrible, then yeah, I'm probably going to stop.
Do you want people to stop being friends with you because you're pretty loud about your political
opinions?
If
they did, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Okay.
Because yeah, I'll stop being your friend.
Yeah.
Things that are like
humanitarian.
Gas prices, I really don't give a fuck. I gotta get gas every day. It doesn't matter. I don't even look at the gas price, because at the end of the day, I have to get it. You know?
Yeah.
So regardless of the price, I don't care about that. But I do care about, you know, people not being treated right.
Right.
I do care about concentration camps being built on our money, you know?
If I go too deep in stuff that I can't control, it consumes my life.
Yeah, it does mine.
And so I have to really take a step back, disengage, and say, okay, I can't do anything. Like, I literally can't do anything that's going to help them, actually. Like, you know, and so I'll be honest, sometimes I definitely just kind of out of sight, out of mind. I think it's like a self-preservation skill.
Well, I think it's hard whenever you turn on your phone, it's breaking news.
Well, and I'm gonna be honest, I think we're a little too connected. I think that we're a little too plugged in. I think that I am very moderate in my political views. I think, wouldn't you say? Yeah. I'm very like in the middle. It's all situational in my head. Yeah. Okay, tell me what the situation is. I feel like whenever I talk to my dad about voting, and he's like, you young people need to get out there and vote for what you want. You know, this is very important. We don't have any young voters, really. Like, the statistics are terrible for young voting. But
it's because we've been told that no matter, well, it's not even that we've been told, it's we've been showed that no matter if we do it, nothing's going to change. Like, nobody's on our side.
But I feel, okay, exactly. I feel like we are so divided as a society.
Fuck that.
When we are the stronger group.
We are.
So if we all came together, there's strength in numbers. If we all came together instead of being so divided and could sit and have respectful conversations, just like we just talked about with friends, work, liking people, not liking people. We all have different brains. We all have different thought processes. We all have different trauma. We all have different experiences that have shaped us into exactly who we are in this moment. So respect the person that you're talking to and have an open conversation and listen with your ears and not your mouth, and don't listen to respond. You listen to understand. You listen to say, oh, okay, I don't agree with you, but I can see why you're coming from there.
That's something I had to learn.
Yes. And I feel like that is on so much growth. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be a very grown emotionally mature person to be able to sit and listen to someone say, I have a very strong stance on abortion and women's rights and my body, my choice.
Right.
And that's how I feel about that. You can't tell me different.
Anything else, yeah.
You can't tell me differently. Now, if I am talking to a woman who has had problems conceiving, and she's infertile and she has tried for 10 years to have a child, and she is, pro-life, to like bleeds in her fucking soul, I get that.
Right, I understand it.
I am not mad about you thinking that having an abortion is murder and me thinking that it's not.
Yeah.
I respect you. I respect your story. I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you that you are wrong or tell you or use, okay, this is also what I hate about politics and how friends communicate with politics. They use these sort of like fear mongering or like trigger words. So in order to get someone to be okay with abortion who thinks that it's murder, you would go to them and say, well, what about child rape? You would go the most extreme you could in order to get a reaction out of them.
That person, yeah.
And I feel like that's unfair. That's unfair to both sides. She's speaking from her experience only. Right. She's probably not thinking about that. But those are the things that I think about. Child brides, incest, little
I think about
yes. So I feel like I can't imagine having a daughter. I can't imagine
going through that. And then
no. So I feel like listen with your hearts and to understand, and quit listening to respond or to try and convince someone that you're right.
I've always just been very opinionated, but I just never said anything because nobody liked me and everything I said was wrong. You know, I couldn't say anything right. And so now that I'm older and I'm like, I can say my opinions, I can speak on this, there's not a problem with me having an opinion. Now it's hard when I'm talking to other people who don't agree to be like, you have to actually listen to them. Like, I'm not having this conversation, like you said, to prove you wrong. I'm having this conversation to understand why you think that way, why you feel that way, or to see another perspective. Like, because maybe I am wrong, but if I'm always having conversations to listen to respond, I'm never learning anything. I'm not evolving. I'm not progressing in any relationship. We're just going to stay right there.
Yeah, exactly. And then I feel like too, it's a disservice to the friendship. You have completely cut off yourself to getting to know this person any further than their opinion on something because of their experiences. Right. And I mean, I don't know. I think that you and I talk politics quite a bit, and how it has political views have infiltrated themselves into social situations to the extreme. And not everything has to be taking a picture for a campaign. Taking a picture doesn't have to be about politics.
Right.
And taking a picture for a campaign and you're trans with girlhood doesn't have to be about politics. Because it's really not. You know what I mean? It's all based on how we feel about those things. It's all based on our own experiences. So why do we bring politics into everything? Everything. It's like it can't be separated at all. What did we all preach about separation of church and state?
Church and state, and
there is none. And we're all mad about it, right? We're all mad about it. Yet we do the same thing.
Yeah, I agree.
That's very frustrating to me because what do I hate the most? Hypocrites. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. I really don't. And I really try my hardest not to be, and that is extremely hypocritical.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I saw this the other day and I really wanted to talk about it.
What?